Welcome back, guys, to the Penn State Breakdown. But first, leave a like, leave a comment, hit notifications, follow us on all of our social media, and let's talk about the Penn State Rutgers game. I can't wait to dive into Penn State's defense, how the defensive tackles really made the difference in the game, and how the defense held Rutgers to 205 yards total. 83 yards rushing. That is phenomenal. That's how you win games, and that's the Penn State Big Ten defense we know. Two guys I really want to focus on today are number 55, Antonio Shelton, and number 97, PJ Mustipher. These two guys wrecked shop. So the first play you're going to see early in the game, Rutgers likes to run power read. This isn't a power read, so they want to make it look like it. So what they're going to do is they're going to run jet motion, and they're going to run power, meaning this guard is going to pull for this play side linebacker, and you're going to get what looks like an old school power read for you guys that really understand football. But it's not. It's true quarterback power with a whole lot of window dressing in front of it. So you're going to see a jet motion right here. Okay, jet motion is going to tell them right now that they're going to get overflow by the linebackers and safeties, and they're going to get a heavy flow by the defensive end. That means that the guy playing in the middle right here, okay, the safety, or this backside linebacker have to make a play for the quarterback who's going to pull the ball, and he's going to run this thing right in this alley right here. There's two things I want to look at. Number one, watch the penetration by number 55. The basic rule on this is these two guys right here, the guard and the tackle, are going to work together, and they're going to block this defensive tackle, number 55, Antonio Shelton, and their job is they're going to block him into that linebacker. But because Antonio gets so much penetration and he splits the double team, he does business on the other side of the line of scrimmage, which causes the puller to get lost and get bumped into. As the quarterback pulls the ball, you're going to see how the pulling guard never gets the chance to get up onto the safety, which is the one guy that can make a play here. This guard should have made a play at this safety right about at this point of the line of scrimmage, about 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage, which would have allowed this quarterback a two-way go, which would have been nice and easy for him to make a big gain. But because we got penetration by Shelton, that this forces the puller to bounce even wider, which forces the quarterback to make a decision that's not what he really wants to do, and this is why this play was made for a 1-yard gain. Something people don't see. Defensive tackles doing their job of letting everybody else around them make plays. Exceptional play by number 55. All right, so the next play. Okay, right now it's 3rd and 6. One thing Penn State's defense did was they kept Rutgers from 3rd and short. Okay, so this is the same drive. Now, what I want you to see is they're going to run a bunch of eat stunts, which means end tackle, meaning these tackles are going to go out, okay? The tackles are going to go out, the ends are going to come back inside on both sides, and they're going to bring the corner on the edge, hoping to occupy this tackle. Now, again, the guy that makes the sack is the corner, and he's the one that's going to get all the credit for it, but the reality of it, this thing happens because of the penetration by the two defensive tackles, number 55 and number 97. Watch number 55. He's going to open himself up, and he's going to smash this double team so hard that this tackle can't get off, and this guard has trouble getting onto that defensive end. Number 97, PJ, he does the same thing. He smashes that double team so hard that guard never has the chance to get over the top to that defensive end, and he actually splits the double team and gets to the backfield at the same time. All right, I want to show you this from the end zone copy. The Penn State, what they do is they show a double A gap blitz, which causes the offensive line to create communication. They have to worry about these two threats. But really what makes this play is the two players, the defensive tackles, number 97, number 55. Watch 55 just slam into this double team and force this offensive tackle to not be able to see 25 coming off the edge. And watch 97. I absolutely love him getting skinny. He gets skinny, now allowing those offensive linemen to get their hands on his shoulders, and then allowing himself to split this double team by getting through and making a play. Again, he's not going to get credit for the sack as he should, but he's the one that makes the play happen. All right, next play, 4th and short. Let's talk about this. This is designed to be a play-action naked boot with a wingback into the flat. It's 4th and 1. Everybody thinks they're going to run the ball. You have a stacked box. Big thing you need to understand is they're trying to leak this guy into the flat by giving all the window dressing in the middle. But the guy that makes the play, number 55, Antonio Shelton. Watch the penetration. He gets into the backfield, which forces the wingback to get caught up in the mess, okay? And now he doesn't get himself to leak out. If this wingback gets into the flat, he probably gets a first down because you can see this guy's going to bail. The safety's going to sit back because he sees crosser. You get all the window dressing, and number 10 would just leak himself out right there. What I found impressive was watching him get off the ball, get into the backfield, cause commotion, and this is what made this play happen. Again, does he get stat line credit? No, absolutely not. 12 gets credit for this for the tackle for loss. I know that was an incomplete pass, but the reality of it, this play happens because of one man, and that's Shelton. Love the defensive tackle play by Penn State. Let's talk again. Number 1, what you're going to see, it's 3rd and 7. You get Rutgers not working in 3rd and short. They're working in 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, which allows Penn State defensive line to just pin their ears back for pass rush responsibilities. So let's take a look at number 55 again. He actually works half a man. If you go back and watch the first part of the season when I started breaking them down, you'll see that they really were working full men and they weren't getting much of a pass rush because they were just not working half a man. For those of you guys that are D-line or O-line guys, O-line's going to try to square them up in the middle. D-line's going to take half a man, and they're going to work that half the man. 55, Antonio works half the man. Watch him take this left guard. He gets off the ball. He gets a nice, easy swim move. He takes half the man. Guard oversets him. He gets a nice swim on the middle. He gets guard to open his hips, which opens the gate. He gets pressure into the quarterback, knocks the living crap out of the guy. But what makes this play successful, the quarterback never has the opportunity to step into his throw, which causes an errant throw because he had what he wanted. He had one-on-one on the edge. This is a chance that you have to take as a quarterback. But most guys, especially most guards, are expected to be able to make this guy hang in the middle and hold on to be able to hold on for at least 2.1 seconds. Quarterback takes the ball. He gets rocked. Again, number 55 doesn't get any credit for this on the stat line, but he's the one that made this play go. Now I want to show you something else. You've got 97. 55 is not in here, but I want you to watch 97 getting up the field right here. Okay, and I want you to watch the commotion that he causes by taking half a man, getting a heavy rip move, and forcing everything back in. Everybody else is just doing their job. The defensive end maintains outside leverage because he's the force player, not making the corner make a tackle, which forces this ball to go back in. Your defensive tackle right here, number 91, puts himself into a double team and gets penetration, which makes the running back in the Wildcat formation cut back. And now there's nowhere to cut back because now that number 97 has gotten himself through, the guard can't climb. You've got a middle linebacker who's completely untouched to make a play, and he makes the play. Who actually made this play happen? The 2 defensive tackles, but the reality of it is middle linebacker and outside linebacker get the credit for the play. Okay, I want to show this one to you because I want you to watch the defensive end. This is a trick play. This is a double reverse, trying to get the ball on the edge. But really what I want you to focus on is watch this defensive end. He squeezes, but he maintains gap responsibility outside, and he doesn't pursue too far inside. But man, what I love about the pursuit of these defensive tackles, watch 97. Half a man, rips through, he's trying to make the play, head turn, he runs heel line, and he gets going. But look at number 55, our boy Antonio is back at it again. Watch him, he takes it, rips, pulls, he retraces, runs the heel line, he's going straight down the line. But what makes this play so successful? Do you see all these white jerseys around the ball right now? That's impressive, especially knowing these are the 2 biggest guys in your defense, and they're hustling all over the field. All right, here we go, defensive end again. Now you have basically a tray personnel with a tight end attached. I want you to watch the defensive end here. Watch how they did, again, now another eat stunt. You're gonna get a defensive end going in, taking the double team now, and you're gonna get the defensive tackles going around. But why does this play so successful? I talk about the defensive tackles because if you look, it's the 3rd quarter. These defensive tackles have been eating this O-line apart. So now
This guard is so worried about the defensive tackle that he comes late to the defensive end, who then squeezes between the double team, which allows him to get into the quarterback's face, not allowing the quarterback to set himself up and allowing a bad throw and easy coverage by the DBs. Why did this play happen? Not because this defensive end does such a great job, but because number 55 has had such a great game to this point that you can tell the guard, watch him check. He's checking that defensive tackle way before he's checking that defensive end. All right, second down and goal. This is the stuff we're talking about. Watch the pursuit. Defensive end's going to maintain. Here's your old school power read. They're going to read the defensive end at the end of line of scrimmage right here. The outside linebacker is going to run outside to keep this thing going back in. Defensive end is going to get up the field. He's going to stop. He's going to what they call feather technique, which means he's going to play both the mesh and the quarterback, and he's going to make a play. But again, why do I love the defensive tackle play so much? I want you to watch the defensive tackles just swallow double teams and not allow movement at the point of attack. This forces this double team to not get to the middle linebacker they're supposed to get to, which allows for a nice, easy tackle for the linebacker because the defensive tackles are doing their job. All right, here it is, the play they scored on for no apparent reason. But what I want to show you is I want to show you the defensive tackle play and what made this play rush out the edge aside from the 500 ball that he caught in the end zone. Look at number 55, Shelton, getting after that butt. Look at him, roll him. He's going to, number 70, doesn't have a chance. The right tackle's fighting for dear life. Look how his hips open up. If you ever see an offensive lineman in pass pro where his hips open up like this, that's trouble. They call that opening the gate. And all of a sudden, he opens the gate. Quarterback can't sit in the pocket like he wants to, and he gets himself and he throws by. But watch the pursuit by 77 and 55. Look at this getting downfield. The reason this play even moved out on a 4th and goal was because 55, Shelton, did such a great job getting up the field. Man, I love watching these guys get after it. Okay, 4th quarter, they're grasping for straws now. This is one of those plays where they call this the old monster formation. University of Missouri used to run this in the early 2000s. Basically, you have offensive tackles out wide with the receiver, with 2 receivers on each side, and what they're going to do is they're going to try to get a quarterback draw out of this. Watch 77 get after that butt. Watch 91 get after that butt, but watch 77 just eats a double team, which allows 40 and the outside linebacker and 20 to make this tackle for an easy gain. This play is designed to have a one-person block 77, and they're going to fold this guy back around to get to this right here. This was a bad offensive scheme for them because the defensive tackles at Penn State were getting after it.